Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house. And today I have two Spydercos here with me, Rubicon and Magnitude, in the house for a comparison. These are pretty interesting knives, both designs by Peter Carey. They have some things in common, but many things which are different. For example, the Magnitude is gonna have an overall length of 8 point. Let's just do like this. Okay, it's gonna be 8.25 inch long overall, whereas the Rubicon is going to be 7.5 inch long overall. Handle of the Magnitude is 4.75, handle of the Ruby is 4.5. The blade of the Magnitude is going to be 3.75, and this guy's blade is going to be 3.25 inches. So also, like, the weight is something quite different, because Ruby is 4.2 ounces, Magnitude is 5.2 ounces, so 1 full ounce more. The similarities also are because, yeah, of course, like, same designer is gonna tend to do things similarly, I guess. For example, both are liner locks, titanium liners, 3D milled carbon fiber scales. These are polished, these are matte. Both have a very cool G10 pivot collar on both sides. This is orange and this is more like a brownish one, but very nicely done. Both are very nicely inlaid, 100%. The blade also has some nice similarities, of course. You have the Spidey hole, this is smaller, this is bigger. You have the same amount of billboarding going on for both. They are sporting both a very interesting hollow grind with a swedge. The swedge on the Rubicon is much more pronounced like that, and in the Magnitude just a little hint over here. You have a nice divot going on in the Rubicon like that, which is absolutely functional if you use the sharpening and the finger choil, whereas on the Magnitude is much more pronounced and, yeah, not really that useful. The jimping on the Magnitude is much more useful than this one, because it's just deeper than this. This is shallower, so it's less aggressive. Also, you're gonna see a difference in the flipper tab right over here. Maybe you can see it better. So you can see that the Rubicon has the jimping going on for the push button, whereas the Magnitude has the jimping going on for the light switch action. So very different approach for the flipper tab. You see the same approach for the backspacer right over here. This guy has a little bit more rounding off going on from the side, whereas on the Rubicon is just like purely sharp and that's it. Just mill this way and done. And of course is orange and matching the color as this guy is. Also, you can see on the lock side some other similarities. For example, the pocket clip titanium slab just bent with 6 holes over here, 3 holes over there, 3 screws, so you see the pattern. And of course the shape of the handle is pretty much similar. Nice finger groove and just contoured. This is tapering down a little bit more, and this is more like going up like this. So also something interesting that it's different is the sound, because this guy is the Rubicon and is doing this sound when open, and this guy is the Magnitude and is doing this sound. So I prefer much more the Magnitude over here, because it's louder, it's deeper and more listenable and more pleasant to my ear. Also, another thing that these guys have in common is the flaw, because this liner lock relief is not enough, it's not sufficient. So they both have very, very narrow areas for your thumb to be jammed in and to be able to disengage the lock bar. And they both have very, very sharp jimping going on, which is not useful because you have really no space here to disengage the lock bar. Here you have a little bit more because it's just bigger and it's chubbier, but in the Rubicon you're gonna have a hard time disengaging the lock bar. So beside that, they are both interesting knives with nice design concept and nice principles, but I think they lack a little bit of attention in the lock bar section and in some areas of the clips. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.